My home's only for the night.
We're riding around the world to road test GoRUFFLY gear in the K9 Moto Cockpit and to raise $100,000 for Girl Up. Every 6 months, we tackle a new challenge. First was the Arctic Ocean, then the Darien Gap, and now we're aiming for the bottom of South America.
My heart is home with you.
I've just continued on past the bad landslide spot. I'm just waiting for Greg. And yeah, a little bit looser and whatever, but it's not terrible.
Salve, ma... Oh. Oh. Are you okay? Todo bien. Yeah.
We finished the death road, and now it's pissing on us.
The Bolivian death road was among the more deathy death roads that we've done. Was it the deathiest? I don't know. It was pretty good conditions for the most part, and we've had deathy conditions in Colombia where it was just absolutely pissing and it was cold and slippery. This was not that. However, it was very chopped up, it was very narrow, and I took a fall. I took a fall basically because I was exhausted from getting our bikes through that landslide section. And when we got to a very wet section, I basically was just allowing the Tiger to kind of weave under me a little bit, and I was not bending my knees and being athletic and sort of being dialed in. I was just kind of being lazy. And lazy put me on the ground. But it was a challenging day, and by the end of it, it just absolutely started pissing on us, such that we decided to duck back to Coroico, where it's still pissing here, and to come back to our own the hotel from yesterday, which turned out to be a sign from God, or the gods, or not a sign at all because it's not that important. But it turns out that I left my electric toothbrush here, and as soon as I walked in, she handed it to me, thinking that's why we came, and I said, that's fantastic, but I actually want a room. Now, you might not know this to look at me, but I'm not a cocktail kind of guy, and yet I have a cocktail in front of me. And the reason is because this is a Singani sour. Now, the Pisco sour is sort of the famous Peruvian, Chilean drink that they're fighting over who came up with the Pisco and who owns it. And so it seems that the Bolivians have made their own sort of derivation of the sour by putting the Singani in it. Now, what's the story with the Singani? It's a type of a brandy that's made from the muscatel, I guess the muscadine grape. It was brought over from Egypt about 400 years ago, which is Egypt at sea level. They brought it here to the highlands of Bolivia. It seems to have thrived, and now it is their national drink. And it's actually quite good.
and sweet.
Hi guys, thanks for watching Go Roughly in real time. If you love Whimsy's gear, head on over to GoRuffly.com and check out our collars, leashes, beds, bandanas, and more for your dog and all the dogs that you know. And if you're interested in the K9 Moto Cockpit, which is how Whimsy rides with me on the back of my motorcycle, you'll get all that information about sizing, mounting, and everything else at GoRuffly.com. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and don't forget to subscribe.